there, welcome back. Today I'm talking about The Hunt, the new controversial film from Blumhouse that was pushed back 6 months after the Republicans, when they saw the trailer, reacted badly and said it was horrible and was against them, and basically whine just the same way as the far left will whine about stuff that offends them. So it just shows that there's whining and controversy on both sides, and no one can take a joke, and no one has a sense of humour ultimately. As normal for politicians. Politicians and people in the media do not have a sense of humour, really, because this is a comedy, an action comedy. It's a most dangerous game idea, but in this case it's progressive left-wingers hunting down who they call the deplorables, who are the right-wingers. And because the trailer made the right-wingers think that this was viewed as a good thing, they just never gave the film any time, because it's obviously, the film says, no, this is a bad thing. This is like, no matter how much you disagree with someone and hate their actions, doesn't matter, you still shouldn't kill them. You still should not hunt them down. This is ridiculous. And it also shows, the film also shows that people should take a joke that just because someone says something in a text doesn't mean they actually mean it. There is sarcasm involved sometimes. So it's all about the idea of these right-wingers suddenly have been kidnapped and suddenly wake up and find themselves in a field, and they're getting hunted down as a group, and they're getting knocked off one by one by these people with sniper rifles. They find that they can't trust anybody they meet, because a lot of people could end up being, people in disguises try to fool them so they can kill them. And you see them all get hunted one by one, and you see a couple of big names early on who you think will be in the film that get killed off pretty quick. So it's a nice little turn really, where they just play with your expectations a little bit. And the film also is very knowing about what you want. You want to see these kills, you want the kills to be bloody, and the kills are bloody, they're funny as hell. But it also knows you have to pull that back eventually and show the human side, and you can actually show the human side of both the hunters and the hunted. And the whole point of the film ultimately is, don't look at somebody based on your preconceptions, because that'll be a simplification of what a person actually is. A person can do something wrong and stupid, but it doesn't mean they're horrible. They might just be stupid sometimes, and it just doesn't mean you have to kill them or anything. The same way as you don't have to try and destroy someone for saying something silly that, doesn't mean anything. And it's just the whole idea of the hype of both political sides, left and right, about how far they will go if they feel they've been offended, and how taking to the extreme and taking to using guns, it's a bad idea. It's going to cause havoc. Now the lead character ultimately, who you see in the background for a while, but eventually comes to the foreground, played by Betty Gilpin. She's like a ex-soldier who is accused of being a deplorable. She's just got common sense. She's just a very kind of middle-of-the-road person who is a patriot but isn't that political. And she's just she's not going to put up with any of the crap from the people on either side. She's not going to put up with crap from the deplorables who she meets on the way, and she's going to kill any of the kind of uber liberal hunters who are trying to kill her. She will destroy them in brutal ways. And she's a great character because it's a satire on the left and the right, but your lead character is someone who's very capable and who can see through both sides pretty well, which is like, doesn't have time for either of them really. And it's a funny thing is just see her utterly destroy everybody in this film. She's a total badass in this film. It really works. She just destroys them all one by one, because no matter how smart or good at stuff they think they are, she's actually been trained. She's got training. So she knows how to fight dirty if someone's bigger than her. She knows how to be brutal and quick before someone gets the drop on her. She knows tactics, so she knows how to use what she has to her advantage, and no one else knows it as well as she does. So that gives her an advantage. Plus you get common sense to see, this doesn't work right, this doesn't look right, there's something dodgy here. So it's a wonderful character to throw into this thing. And the whole setup's just really funny. I mean, it is a cartoon, it's hyperbolic, this would never happen. But it's like, what if situation, what if this did happen? What if someone went this insane and tried to do this? You know, and what if people get caught up in weird myths of the internet and actually took them, the conspiracy theories, as truth? And what if people played on the fact that these people are gullible and all this stuff, how everything rolls into becoming an insane set of mutual paranoias aimed from both sides at each other. And also what you're looking, you're also seeing this thing is, the people you're seeing in this film are the extremes generally. The far left extremes and the far right extremes. It's not that the people in the middle who are common sense who are like, that side's right a bit in this bit, but that side's right a bit in this bit. The way most people actually are. Most people just say, that side's stupid there, that side's stupid there. You know, people use a common sense and you get a variation of in the middle where some people are centre left, some people are centre right, but they're generally they'll probably agree with each other more than with either the far left or the far right. It's like, but this one is a satire and the people who have taken to extremes and start to believe in stuff that's just nonsense, and who have proud beliefs of stuff that is ridiculous, and it's a satire on them. But it doesn't stop the film to satirise them. It's like, it satirises them within the story and also on the run, because it's still a thriller. They start to keep going and have action scenes and fight scenes. It's a low budget thriller, so they don't have massive fight scenes. It's much more about close contact fights and things they can do, you know, at a reasonable budget. But I like that stuff. I think that's always, I love to make this better because you have the actors doing the fights, and usually a lot of time it means you have to have two characters who hate each other fighting rather than having lots of explosions. So that works pretty well. Yeah, some of the satire is a bit obvious at times, but it never gets in the way. Sometimes you think, well, you could have done that more subtle. But it's still fun because it's a cartoony kind of film. It doesn't go as absurd as like Death Race 2000 from Paul Bartel. It's more subtle than that, but it's still got that kind of over the top feeling to it. It's just a more grounded over the topness. It's like, it's over the top in intent, but it's directed to be a bit lower, more to the ground. But it's still a good fun film. It's another film that had the misfortune of being released as the coronavirus hit on its opening weekend, so no one went. Now it's been released straight to VOD just to, because it's been advertised already, just get people watching it, because it get killed because there was no way to advertise a film when no one's going to the theatres. So there you go. That's one of the ones I was looking forward to, and then the coronavirus hit, so I'm glad to have seen it. So you can catch it on streaming just now quite easily. It's definitely worth seeing, so I recommend it. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be back soon with another one.